Hello, my name is Melissa. I'm going to be going over MyASU for new online students, just sort of getting used to their resources and checking out their portal. This right here is called your MyASU portal. This is mine, so it might look a little bit different from yours. But I'm going to kind of go over a few of the different things that you might want to do in your portal as you're getting your schedule set up and getting started out. First off, every tab here will show what courses you took within that semester, if you took any at all. You might not be registered for classes yet, but once you register, you'll see them listed in the tab for the next semester that you're going to be starting in. If you say view my schedule, it takes you here and shows the exact dates of your classes, whether they're an A session or B session. Yours should be online, so they won't have a location and a time the way mine do. It should also say your total credits for that semester. In order to get back where we just were, you would click up here where it says MyASU, and it'll return you to your portal. Another thing you might want to do is go to the class search to find classes. There's a different tutorial on how to use the class search, as well as a tutorial for how to register for classes. But in order to do that, you would click here on class search. If you're trying to drop a class, usually you'll go under registration for that. If I click registration, it gives me multiple options. One of them is to drop withdrawal. If you're ever trying to drop a class or withdraw from a class, this is how you do it. You'll click here, it'll take you over and show you all of the classes you're currently registered for. You're going to select the box next to the one you would like to drop or withdraw from, and then select drop, and that will be how that goes. Again, we can click back up here to MyASU to take me back. When you first get started out, you might have some tasks that you need to do. I don't have anything pending, but if you have something that is really important that is blocking either your transcripts from being requested or enrollment in classes, it'll be in red and it'll say hold. So those are especially important, but I highly encourage you to go through these tasks if you have any and make sure that there's nothing you need to do before you get started. Over here is your program. It should say electrical engineering for you. If you click on it, it should say campus. It should not have a campus at all because you're an online student. If you click on degree progress, this is where you find your major map and your DARS. Your advisor will definitely refer to your DARS regularly. And I also have a different tutorial to explain the DARS. So if you don't know how to use the DARS or your major map, please see those respective tutorials, but this is where you find those reports. You just click on it to launch it. If you want to make an academic advising appointment, you click here where it says academic advising, and it will list the name of your advisor, as well as the phone number to make an appointment, their contact email, as well as just the general advising website. And then there is a link down here where you can go to the online appointment scheduling tool, where you can see what the advisor's availability is and schedule an appointment with them. So you can either use this link or call into our office to make appointments. There's also a finances tab over here. This tab will tell you if you have any current charges due. Once you register for classes, this should update and show you what your tuition is. If you're using financial aid, then it will list where you are at in that process down here. So if you have not yet submitted a FAFSA, it'll show that you need to submit one. And then once you do submit it, it will take you through this process and show you where you're at until it's dispersed. You don't have to submit a FAFSA if you do not intend to use financial aid, but if you do, then this is how you'd want to go about it. If you're just wondering about your tuition charges or when they're due, things like that, that should be showing up here. You also can look at payments you've made in the past, get receipts, things like that in here, as well as make a payment right there. There's also a financial deadline calendar, very similar to the academic calendar under your other normal tab. If you click here, you can go through and see all of the different deadlines for tuition payments and things like that. Also over here, if you need to order your Sun card, you can do that right here. You can go and explore these different tabs as well, the Service Center and the campus services, in order to find tutoring and different things like that, or you can click right here for tutoring. We do have online tutoring at ASU that can help with your classes as you go along. If you want to know what the books are for your classes that you've registered for, you can click this link right here and it will take me to the books. If you have books listed and they say that they're required, obviously they're required, so go ahead and purchase them. You can purchase them through the ASU bookstore if you click here, or you are more than welcome to take those ISBN numbers and look at Amazon or somewhere else if you can find them for a more economical price. Sometimes you'll see that a book list is not yet available. That either means that they just haven't gotten around to it yet, or that there is not going to be a book for that class. So you want to double check with your instructor on that. It says refer to the syllabus, but usually you won't be able to see your syllabus until it gets pretty close to the semester starting. So if you're getting a little antsy about the books, then just go ahead and find and click on your instructor's name for the class you're registered for. And it will show you their email, and then you can just email them directly to ask if there's going to be a textbook you need to purchase. Also, if you click on your grades and transcripts, in here it'll show you what your grades are if you have any yet. Also, this is where you can order your unofficial transcripts download your unofficial transcripts. Those are free if you ever need those. You can order your official transcripts if you need to send them to another school. Sometimes you'll need to send an enrollment verification letter to an employer or somebody else to verify that you're enrolled at ASU. That's how you would do that. There might be some announcements here. I don't think you'd very often need to look at these, but you very well might. And that's pretty much everything here. Oh, over here you can go to your Gmail account, which is your ASU email. If you're not intending to use it here, which you might not want to because it's sort of buried in here, you can instead set it up to forward to your personal email. I would either be checking this regularly or set it up to forward so that you don't miss any important emails. Your instructors will post announcements in your classrooms, and then those announcements will automatically send you an email to update you. So it's really good to check your ASU email regularly. Also, that is the primary method that your advisor will reach out to you with. And then also, if you go to My Apps right here, this takes you to a place where you can download software. So if you do not yet have Microsoft Office, you might want to get that. This is where you can get Excel, different Office software. If you need MATLAB or some sort of engineering software for your classes, they also might be in here. So go ahead and go over here and download anything you think you might need. And then if you get further into your classes and find out something else you need, this is where you would go to do it. So it's called My Apps, and I got here right off of my sidebar over here with MyASU. This right here is a link to Canvas, which is the platform most of your classes are going to be in, but normally you wouldn't go to it this way. Normally you will just click on the class and go into that specific classroom. Because I have not yet started this semester, it doesn't give me a link yet to go into my classrooms because they're closed. But if I was able to enter them, it would look more like this, where there's a link for each of them. And then if I click on it, it will take me inside my classroom and look kind of like this. Once you get into the Canvas classroom, you can click on these different things to find the different areas. You can start out with home. I think it defaults to the announcements and the syllabus, or I can just go to announcements and now it'll only show me announcements. The modules, I believe, shows me my different lectures and things like that. Your classroom might be set up a little bit differently though, keep in mind. Assignments are all the different assignments I had for this class. Grades. Discussions, your instructor may or may not use discussions. I don't think mine did for this class. Here's your syllabus and any other resources you might need. If your class has group assignments, you'll go under groups, and then I was assigned this called Group 20 for my particular team project. So if your classroom has teams, then you might go under here to find your group. The calendar would have a list of all the due dates of the class. So for mine, it's already over, so there's not really anything coming up. But if I was to go back to November, I've got different labs and homework due dates along the way, so you'd want to use that. You could print this out. I think you can also add it to your personal calendar if you play around with it. If we go up here to account, or no, sorry, courses, it shows me all of the courses that I have in Canvas. This semester we were transitioning to Canvas, so my other two were in Blackboard still, so I only have the one. But generally, if you're enrolled in more than one class, then they'll all be listed here. And again, we can go up here to go back to MyASU. And that is everything I can think of that you might want to do in your portal, certainly to get started anyway. Feel free to rewatch this tutorial if you get stuck in future, or you can always reach out to us if you have further questions. Thanks and have a good day.